Let's take a look. View the channel. Let's live. View the channel. Let's take a chat. Okay, those chats are set up. I think we're gonna take another chance on TikTok. Writing and recording a song. Here we go. I'll say it again here for the TikTok audience. Okay. Writing and recording a song. Writing and recording a song. Here we go. That's the words. All right, here we go. I'm going to pull up today's random word. Random word generator says philosophy. There might be. I think there was an artist called Idiot Philosophy on the Songfight Archives. There's nothing with the word philosophy in the Songfight Archives, and we move on to dividend. Next random word is dividend. There is no song in the Songfight Archives with the word dividend, so we get attack. I know there was one called Attack of the Show based on the Attack of the Show. But I don't think I want to do Attack of the Show. I'm going to do a mulligan on that. Fund, F-U-N-D. That's nothing there. Serious. The word is now serious on the random word generator. There is one word. Why so? No, we're not doing that either. I'm pulling a couple of mulligans on this. Spontaneous is the next word from the random word generator. There is no song title with the word spontaneous in the Songfight Archives. Mood. Pretty sure there's gonna be there's nothing with mood either. This I have to find some exaggerate. I can't imagine that exaggerates in there. Nope, exaggerates not. Next random word, flash. Is there a song fight title with flash? There is not. Okay, on to the next. It's expertise. Is there a song in the Songfight Archives? There is not. One with the word expertise. We're gonna find one of them. It's gonna happen. Admiration. This is getting tougher and tougher. There's nothing in the Songfight Archives with the word admiration. Positive. That's got to be there. Positive. There's one more. False positive. I wrote a song called False Positive already. That's not happening. Experience is the next one. Nothing in the Songfight Archives with the word experience. Number. There has to be song titles. Okay. Safety and numbers. And then it's just the number of titles and the number of fights. There's 1,051 titles there. And yet, no. That laboratory, I'm pretty sure laboratory is not going to be there. It's not. Next random word is pocket. This is taking forever today. Pocket. Okay, there's one. Pocket full of bones. There's our song title. My goodness, that took a while today. So the song will be called Pocket Full of Bones. And we're going to write a song called Pocket Full of Bones. It's day 12 of January. Write and record a song every day. In the month of January. Yeah, late to the game. What is Songfight Archive? Trying to understand the method here. I will gladly explain that. Songfight.com and the Songfight community is an online community of songwriters that has existed since 2000. I discovered the website in 2003, and I have contributed songs to Songfight since 2003. But if I were to look on here, I can even show you just the regular songfight.org. It changed from .com to .org a few years in. Right now, if I wanted to compete in the current Songfight, the next week's fight is Full Tilt. I would be writing a song called Full Tilt. It would be due this morning. And so it's just an archive. So with Jamuary, all I really have to do is write and record a song a day. But for prompts, what I've been doing is I've been going to randomwordgenerator.com, generating a random word, checking the Songfight archive to see if there are any titles that have that word, and then I've been writing songs on that. So this is day 12 of that. And Songfight Archives, it's been around long enough that there are 1,051 song titles there. Just as a prompt to get me going, I've been starting with song titles this time. This is my 8th year of writing and recording a song every day in January as part of a thing called Jamuary. My first year was 2019. So, all things considered, I'm going to break out old calculator here again. I'll actually even put it on the screen this time. If we figure there's 31 days in January, I've done 7 years of it. That's 217 songs. When I finish today, I will have 229 songs that I've written and recorded as part of Jamuary. So there you go. Oh yeah, see, I thought that I recognized your name too. There you go, Skyman. So I over-explained for the other people that didn't know all about that, but that's what's going on here. So, having said that, we have a title. Title is Pocket Full of Bones. And I do change the method each year for what the prompt is going to be. One year I got them from tea bags, like the, yeah, you probably saw some of it. Inspirobot was one of them, where you take, you just go to Inspirobot and it picks a random phrase and image and it pairs them together. And I used that for inspiration. Yeah, there you go. Well, very cool. Yeah, I thought I recognized, thank you for stopping in. I thought I recognized your name. And now that you say that, yeah, I absolutely, it's like, that's why. It's like, yeah, you have been here. Thanks for stopping in. Do I play any Grace Jones? No, I don't. But I'm not playing any covers tonight because I'm writing and recording a song. Grace Jones is cool, but pull up to my bumper. Is that the one? Yeah, I don't play any Grace Jones. And tonight I play no covers. We're writing and recording a song from scratch. All right. Jamuary template. I've mostly been going with guitar, bass. Well, it's been guitar, bass, and drums every night, but it's been distorted guitar most nights. But I'm also concerned that the songs are starting to sound a little too samey, so I may actually switch that up tonight. That's not bad, the 64 Vibroverb custom there. Let's find a tone we like. Ooh, that Vibro King's nice. Alright, let's do that. Pocket Full of Bones. I think a clean tone might work well for that. Maybe 118 beats a minute. That's a little fast for what I'm thinking. With inspiration from Liam Lynch, perhaps with a title like that, we'll go 111 like Liam Lynch. One of my favorites. No, we're not going to do that. That's fair, Tiston. Thanks for stopping in anyway, though. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. That's a good start. I want to do a couple of things here because that wasn't quite right. Saving the set first of all. Since we have a title, let's do that. Let's new Folder 12, pocket full of bones. Okay. And then I need to do better with keeping on tempo. That's not bad, but I feel like my tempo is still not quite there. There could be a latency thing. I don't think so, though. That's not bad. I am not taking any song requests because I'm not playing covers. I am writing and recording a song from scratch, so there will be times when I probably do play covers on this stream, but not for the month of January. It's all writing and recording original songs this month. So, yep, no covers at all. Sorry. Not this month. Okay. Where do I want to go from there? Nope, not playing any covers at all. Writing and recording a song. Writing and recording a song every day this month. And so no covers, no songs except for the one that I'm writing and recording right now. And we're early on in the process, so all I've got thus far is I'm 13 minutes in. I have the beginning of a structure. Okay, so now I'm... That's nice. So, okay, we got the... There we go. I'm hearing... Okay, that's... No, okay. So that... Okay, that it might just be one turnaround. One turnaround with that word just. Yeah, into an F perhaps. Okay. So that's what it is. The 111's faster than I'm expecting it to be, I think. That's a nice little quick turnaround. Okay, yeah, so it'd be. Okay. Okay, it'll be. That I like. Any inspiration for this song? Great question. Yes and no. At this point, it's with Jamuary, you're setting aside time to write a song, and then you write a song. And the song becomes what it is as it happens, and it happens one step at a time. I have ideas that are circulating in my head, but I almost don't have time to process them until I'm to that point. I'm starting with the song structure, and we will see where it goes lyrically. I've definitely got ideas because the title is Pocket Full of Bones, which came about with a random word generator, and then looking in the history of the songfight.org songfight.org archives, found that was one of the ones. I think pocket was the word that came up, and then Pocket Full of Bones was an option. I'm like, yes, that one. So what it's going to be about, don't really know yet, but it will happen as it happens. You write and record a song a day in January. Been doing it since January 1st of 2019. So it's over 200 songs that have come about this way. And the beauty in a way is that you do not have time to second guess yourself. So you just go in. You set aside time to write a song, and you write a song. And it becomes what it is in real time. And that's what's happening. All right. What I do have is I think the chords for the chorus are coming together. So we'll probably be like... Ooh. So what chord progression am I using? Whatever comes to me. Whatever sounds good to me in the moment. And right now, what sounds good to me in the moment is starting with an F chord. And I think that's a G7 or G minor 7. And I believe we go into a C sharp major 7 sounded good. I'm like, and then back to the G minor 7. And then back to the C sharp major 7. And then a C sus to a C7. And that's just what sounds good to my ear right now. Yes, that's it. That's the chorus right there. So you make the decision on what the chorus will be. Yeah, let's try that again. 2, 3, 4. There it is. That is the chorus. Thank you. The chorus is like, there's some of these where it's like 1 or 2 chords or 3 chords, but that's just what struck me tonight. So I have what should be my verses, pre-chorus, and chorus. I will probably throw in a break section. I may or may not add an intro. It's a matter of what sounds right. Now, currently, what I believe is going to be my verses is this, which is the first riff I came up with. Pop, pop. I will say this. I don't know all that much music theory myself. I would never discourage anyone from learning music theory. I think that it's handy for being able to identify why people do what. In my case, I just absorbed as much music as I possibly could, starting with like 80s pop into hip hop of like what they now call the golden era, 87 to 92. And then from there, the samples, like we go into oldies, alternative, hard rock, just absorbing as much of that. And then at least when it comes to writing a song, it's just like what sounds good to you in that moment. Like that chord just sounded good to me, so that's what I did. And not getting in your own way, especially with Jamuary, you don't have time to get precious about all of this. So you set aside time to write the song, and you write the song. And you write it one step at a time, and that's it. So I think it's great to learn music theory. I think that there are some spectacular musicians out there that know music theory super well. But in my case, a lot of times I will defer to one of my friends who knows a lot more about music theory. I'd be like, what chord am I even playing there? I don't know. I put my fingers in places and I like how it sounds. That's what I do. Verses. Oh yeah, 1 song a day for Jamuary. I've been doing this since 2019. January 1st of 2019 was the first day I did it. Over 200 songs written and recorded as part of this. And like Rach was saying, I won $10,000 from Cards Against Humanity one year because they wanted people to write a song called Everybody Loves Chowder. They liked mine the best. I won $10,000 from Cards Against Humanity writing a song. So I was lucky that day. If nothing else, I've broken even like in music that day. Okay. Yeah, who needs music theory when you have vibes? Usually those are more effective. I think it's a mix of both. But yeah, okay. And I like that for the verses. And then pre-chorus will be pop, pop. And it's just a quick turnaround and then chorus. Okay, so if I'm going to do a break section after chorus 2, that's where I left off. A minor 7 would sound good there. That's nice. Okay. There, and that should go right into the chorus. Nice. Yep, it sure does. Sure does. That's what we're doing. Yeah, I gotta pick up the pace a bit though. Wasn't quite on. Okay, there we go. That's a nice break section. Yeah, that's probably going to be the melody that goes over that too. So then, what do I want to? I don't think I want to start with that. So I think I do want a intro of some sort that. There we go. Yeah, I like that. And that's my intro. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I do like Drain You. I do like Nirvana. I'm not doing any cover songs tonight. I'm writing and recording a song from scratch. And so no covers. No covers tonight. Will I potentially do covers on an upcoming stream in the future? Maybe. But right now, it's writing and recording a song from scratch. So, that's my intro. Ooh, so I could do the same sort of thing there for an outro too. There it is. That's my exit. There it is. All right. Now, I have all of the pieces. This is one of the reasons that I love using Ableton Live. Ableton Live is nice for this in what they call performance mode because you can play pieces and like ideas. You can get ideas like nailed down and then take those ideas and say, okay, let's form a structure with the things that I played. And then I don't have to remember how I played all of it because you're just building it. So I'm going to build it from scratch. Well, not from scratch, but from the loops that I basically just created here. So we're going to record intro. verse. I think I'm gonna go twice through on that. Pre-chorus. Chorus. Oh yeah, I do fully produced songs for sure. Drums will be next, and then bass and a second guitar, and then I'll write the lyrics. I'll sing the vocals, and the song will normally be done anywhere between 2 and 3 hours from when I started. Okay, and this is verse 2. We are currently 31 minutes into this. How do I sleep? I work 2 jobs too, so I just move things around a lot this time of year. Pre-chorus. Thankfully, both of the day jobs are both of the jobs are work from home. Otherwise, I don't know that I could do it. And when it comes to writing the songs, I just don't get in my own way. Now, break. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And chorus twice. Drums next. With Jamuary specifically, you asked what do I mean by not getting in my own way? With Jamuary specifically, you do not have time to get precious about the song. You don't have time. You set aside time to write it, and you write it. Writer's block is just the inability to make the decision about the next thing that the song's gonna be. So you don't get in your own way. Because you know you have this time to set aside. You're gonna pass or you're gonna fail. And it doesn't... Ultimately, I just have to have a completed song. It doesn't have to be good. I'm gonna try to make it good, but there's nothing, like, there's no rules that say that I have to do any of this. It doesn't have to be a fully produced song, but I make it a fully produced song. I don't have to live stream it, but I live stream it. These are just personal, like, stipulations that I've put on myself to keep myself honest, ultimately. So you're not giving yourself time to second guess yourself. Exactly. You're letting instinct take over more than anything. It's a matter of saying, okay, this song doesn't exist yet. Guess I better get cracking. And it's, if you think about it as finishing a song, that can be, oh no, that's too many decisions. It's option paralysis. A song can be so many different things, and then you will stop yourself from even trying. So what you do instead is you make a decision about what the song is going to be. One decision. And that one decision is now the foundation. You can build upon that first idea by settling in and saying, this decision, I've made this one decision about the song, and I'm going to trust my gut to fill in the puzzle pieces with the rest. And even at the end of the day, for Jamuary, I do release them all. I put them all on my Bandcamp and everything. They're not all winners, but there have also been some streams where I start saying, I don't feel like making a song today. And by and large, you would think these are going to be the songs that suck. It's like, I didn't feel like making a song today, and so this is clearly going to suck. Some of those ended up becoming the best songs I did last year, and they ended up on my album. Even where I'm starting the process and saying, I don't feel like doing one today. I kind of feel like just, yeah. So that's what I mean. When I'm saying not second guessing myself is exactly that. It's just trusting your instincts and letting what will be. Setting aside the time to write a song and writing a song. Jack Black, not quite, but I got the chops. I hear a lot of Jack Black. I hear a lot of Neil Young. They're both pretty damn cool, so I'm not even opposed to it. Even if I'm a little more... I used to be 145 pounds. I'm much larger than I was, but I'm also much older than I was. So it is what it is. All right. So what I'm doing next, though, is we're going to the drum set. And I will say, drums, by far my least good... I'm the least proficient at drums. I'm not an excellent drummer. I'm adequate at best. And, yeah. So here we go. Drums come up next. And I see you saying, so guitar or bass first, there's always drums next, just depends on my mood. Great philosophy, perfection is the enemy of good. There you go. I follow my gut, because that's another thing, is that all of this month, I've been doing just guitar, bass, drums, vocals. And the songs can start sounding very, very similar if you're not careful. And so sometimes you purposely switch it up and say, I'm going to do bass first on this one. I'm going to do guitar first on this one. In the past, I've done ones where I'm like, I'm writing the lyrics first, or I'm actually going to do the melody first. I'm going to do the drums first. I haven't done drums first this year, though. That might be something that I do in a future thing. But right now, I will do drums, and then I will redo what I just did on the guitar. Matching up to it to where it's, in theory, I don't want it to be too choppy, where right now it was done in, it'll sound choppy because it was made in sections. And so I'll try to do like more of a full thing here. So what I need to do now, though, is turn down the music so it doesn't bleed into the microphones. And we're going to move y'all. Little spin there. And we're going to turn on the click track to have a 4-bar count in before it starts. And make sure the correct things, kick, snare, and room are all set here. I think I'm going to keep it pretty straightforward on the drums. And here we go. I'm going to race over there. Something went wrong. It's not actually playing the song like it's supposed to. It's playing the same section over and over and over. Oh, yeah, I just needed to hit play on the... Yeah, okay. I see what I did wrong there. And now I need to replug this in because I just lost my headphones, being clumsy. All right, so this goes here. Oops. Let's do better. Let's actually... I'm just like... It was playing the ending over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm like, what happened there? Oh, I'm going too fast. Too fast. It's funny because I kept thinking that I wasn't going fast enough. Damn, I am just hell on wheels here today. I just unplugged it again. I'm going to trip over everything. My wife calls me the Gerald Ford of rock and roll. Sometimes that's true. All right. Gerald Ford, an ex-president known for being clumsy. All right, here we go. sufficient. There you go, Gerald Ford of rock and roll. The Gerald Ford of rock and roll. My wife coming in to say so. Whew! All right. La da da. So what I'm going to do now, what guitar amp did I use for that though? I like the sound of that and I want to repeat that. That is Vibro King. All right. So we're gonna redo what I did on the first guitar. So that part's easy enough as far as that I'm just repeating what I've already done, but not in sections. Hopefully more like as one continuous take or as close to that as I can get. All right, here we go. Vibro King. But that means I am going to have to relearn. His wife, dude, you have a... She has stuck with me and tolerated me for 30 years as of November of last year. So she may or may not share that opinion. Yeah, no, she says, real deal. That's very sweet. All right. And it's... All right. Okay, that's right. Think twice through on that. Relearning my own song as it goes. Okay, what'd I do there? That's right. That's right. Okay, we're remembering bits of this. Okay, I'm going to make some mistakes, but that's okay. And one of the mistakes was not remembering that I needed to switch it back from a 4-bar count into a 1-bar because I'm not having to run over to a drum set now. Oh, that's cool that you're starting to hear the song. Okay, it's... Okay, that's right. Okay, we got this. Nope. Hitting that low note. Getting an itchy nose apparently too. Let's not hit that low note. Shouldn't be that difficult. I was not sure if I needed to go to the G or the A there. Better than that. You know, let's turn off. No, I was going to turn off the click, but I'm not. I'm not going to turn off the click. Because it helps in spots like this. Remember what I was doing there. Just start with that one. Punching in. It is a minor seventh there. All right. I'm a little early there. Okay, we do want to come in right on the first beat though. There we go. Okay, let's do better. Okay, I'm a little early, but we're punching in here. Now we're getting somewhere. The Bright and Twinkle, glad you're digging that. Thank you. Are you using part of the hook for the main melody thing? Not really. There are similar chords happening, but I went where my conscience and or where the inspiration led me. I just like, cool, I came up with the riff, I came up with the structure. What do I want to do next? What's a chord that sounds good after the last chord? And how can I, yeah, so, yeah, I think there are bits of it where I'm playing the same chords, but it's just following your gut, in my case. Assistant, thanks for stopping in. Okay, that's where we want to come in with that. Oh, that's right. We go up. We don't go down. Go up on that. Forgetting to go to the right chord there. Like, what is the right chord there? I'm confusing myself here. Oh, that's right, because it's that weird one. I don't even know what to call that one. It's probably a ninth or something. I'd have to look at it later. Like, it just sounds cool. Aha! Incorrect. Remembered that the first one was an A minor 7. This is one of my favorite chords. But I'm like, where do I go from A minor? All right. playing part the hook? Oh no, that's the same question. Same question. Yeah, we'll see what it becomes. That's right. That's right. There it is. That's what I got to do. And then it's double chorus. Okay. So close. Okay. I'm punching in a lot, but I'm also finding decent punch-in points for the edits where it's not sounding too terrible. So right there, maybe. Yeah. Let's listen back to make sure that that is clean sounding. That's the wrong spot. Yeah, can't even tell that's a punch. So close to it, almost knocking it out. And then I gotta get the ending, and then we'll come up with the second guitar part. Or maybe the bass next, but it's probably gonna be the second guitar part. It's three, okay, it's a little faster. It's a minor 7. Right idea, just gonna play it right now. I could do a little better than that, but that's the right idea. So, it's going to be a matter of finding, and I think I am going to do a second guitar part. I think we're going to go with the second guitar part next. Yeah, that's a nice little punch-in point too. Yeah, that sounds fine. If you listen hard, you can tell there's a punch, but it's not super obvious. And when there's other elements in there, it won't be so bad. Oh, that's good. That's good. Because, like, seriously, not to sound corny, but you inspire me to want to put all my effort into composing. This is so cool. I'm glad that someone's getting something out of this. A lot of what I've been getting on TikTok is requests to play covers and saying that I look like Jack Black and and Neil Young, which rightfully so. But at the same point, someone's getting something out of this. I'm now glad that I decided to continue streaming on TikTok, because there you go. If you're getting something out of this, that's cool. I will say there's something to it, and it's like anything. The more that you work at it, My choir instructor said it really well, I think, when he said practice makes better. I'm sure he may have picked that up somewhere else, but like it's not that it makes perfect, it makes better. And so I've been writing and recording songs like starting on a Casio keyboard at like age 12. And I'm in my 50s now. Early 50s, but still. I've had enough practice, and really it is just get out of your own way. Let the song become what it is. Don't get too precious about, like, at least in situations like Jamuary, don't get too precious about it. Just make a decision about one part of the song and let the rest of it come together in ways like, ooh, I like that. Yeah, I like that too. I like that. If there's anything for me that's going to sink the song, it's going to be the lyrics normally. Like, I'll look back at my lyrics and be like, no, that one's not good. But I think this one's got potential. So let's see if we can ruin that potential. I don't think it's gonna. So I want to find some chords that just sound good. Like, I'm not gonna think too hard about like what chords they are. It's just I'm gonna play things that sound like they might sound good with them, and we'll see what happens. Yes. Yeah. Power chords, but with that E in there, I think that's going to sound good. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Skyman. What do I want to do here? Double that. I don't know. Let's see. I like what I was doing in the verses. Palm mutes there. Yeah, that's nice. Palm mutes here. Go with Yeah, and I couldn't do Limelight even if I was actually doing covers. But yeah, I'm writing and recording a song from scratch, and that's what I will be doing all this month. So no covers this month. After that, who knows? Right now, figuring out what to do with this. Yeah! Yeah, that, okay. I call that a reverse power chord. Again, I don't know what the chord is on that, but... Let's just double that part up. I'm going to need to do a puzzle piece real quick because TikTok doesn't believe I'm still streaming. There we go. TikTok did not believe. Yeah, thank you. Yes. I don't know what those are even called. Again, it's like, here's your power cord. Yeah, it sounded better when I used them. So we'll pick up from the on the... That I blame on TikTok. I could have potentially gotten further with that, but TikTok did not think I was still streaming. Got to remember to go to the correct chord. Okay, right idea, just gotta play it a little better. And same thing, you need to play the right chords. On mutes. that ending. Yeah, each instrument feeling like it has its own personality or sounds right, but they work. Yeah, no, those might be diminished. Yeah, and you know what? There's actually a resource I use when I don't know the name of the chord. It's literally a chord finder. And I'd have to, and I bet these days there's enough music theory that has seeped in that I might be able to even figure it out here, because that's first, fifth, and octave. So if I actually am going, so B. It'd be a flat third, so it'd be a minor. I think it may be a diminished. Because it's flat on that too. So it's a flat sixth, flat third. Yeah, but with the other instrument, it worked well. That's my bigger test. Like, it's great when someone can sit there and say, "Oh yeah, you played this. Hey, what's up, Jessica? I recognize. Like, I think I know exactly who that is. Jessica, right? The one who doesn't get a birthday song. Where I wrote a song talking about she doesn't get a birthday song. Radio days. All right, we're writing and recording a song as we do every day in January. Since January of 2019. And once again, I had the calculator out to figure out what day is today with that, but let's pull it up again. 31 days times 7 years was 217 songs as of last year, and this is day 12. So, oh, yeah, let's actually not screw that up here. Come on. 31 times 7 is 217 plus 12. 200. This is song number 229 from Jamuary. This is a 6-string bass. Oh, you found the... Yeah, that's cool. You found the Jessica's not birthday song. That's cool. This was a Guitar Center pickup. Can you play? Oh, no. I probably couldn't play Slipknot even if I was doing covers, but right now I'm writing and recording an original song as I do every day in January since 2019. No covers at all this month because I'm writing and recording a song every day. That's what's happening right now. So, it would be fun to try before I forget on an acoustic night, like when I'm doing acoustic, because I do love that song. I've never tried to play it. It would be fun to try. But now, I'm going to throw bass on my own song. I don't even play anything particularly heavy on here, but it was more a matter of if I get a new instrument, I feel like it has to serve a purpose that is not served by the other instruments that I have. And this is my only one that has a low B string. And it's super handy even for stuff that's not heavy, just to be able to have that real estate. I learned on 4 strings. I mostly play 4 strings, but I like having the option of the lower notes. Go figure. Okay, let's see where we're gonna go with this. My goodness, and you know the Captain S soundtrack. Check you out. Mentioned on YouTube, but I just randomly refound you via this Captain S soundtrack. Well, that's cool. Thank you very much. For those who don't know, I did about 20 years ago, I wrote and recorded the songs for an online sitcom called The New Adventures of Captain S. Occasionally, people will recognize Brett Vanderbrook on TikTok because he does like bartending TikToks over there and grammar TikToks and stuff like that. He's awesome. I love Brett. But Captain S himself is on TikTok and has gone viral a couple of times for non-Captain S related things. He's seriously cool, and you should consider following him if you don't already. Let's see what happens on this. I don't know for sure where the bass is going to go on this. Is that the one? All right. I'm just going to start it. We'll see how much. We'll see how far I get. think I'm good, actually. No, I appreciate that because I got that gig because Shea Riley was in that project as the actor, of course, as Lunk, and he asked if I would write the theme song and a song called All's Fair in Love and Sega. And I wrote those two, and the rest of PBC Productions were happy enough with what I did with those two. They're like, will you do songs for all of the episodes? I'm like, yeah, no, great. I made all of $200 on that whole thing. They did not have a big budget, and I was just happy to be helping them out at that time. Do you think Korn uses 6-string bass? Well, I think it's probably 5-string bass that Fieldy does, and he hits the hell out of it, which is part of how they get that sound that they get, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely one of the factors, is there's definitely a low B string involved. But as you can hear, what I'm doing is not necessarily that. Okay, so it's going to be... All right, so what do we want to do here? Was close. I liked most of that too, so I'm actually going to punch in on this too. The music's about done for this song. And I've not been playing keyboards at all this month. I don't think I'm going to throw keyboards on this one either. 1 hour, 17 minutes into it. I think I'm going to have a song structure here once I finish this bass part, and then I can focus on writing lyrics and singing. All right. Oh, that's right. Okay, I was thinking that I needed to go to the ending. It's one more chorus. I think you picked the two best songs on the soundtrack. Hopeless and Conflict Approaches are my two favorites as well. With Sea of Zombies is what you would call the dark horse, the one that like doesn't get as much love. I think that's what they call that. The dark horse. It's like the one that doesn't get as much love and attention as the other ones. I have a soft spot for Sea of Zombies as well. But I'd say without question, outside of maybe the theme itself, of Captain S, I'd say Hopeless and Conflict Approaches are two of the better songs for sure that I wrote for that series. Does the bass and guitar translate easily? Depends on the song. I'd say bass is, for me, bass parts come to me before anything else. It is by far my most comfortable instrument, even though I play wrong. And which is to say, like people say don't use a pick, I use a pick more often than not. But when I'm not using pick, I do this thing with my thumb where it's just my thumb, which is not really a correct way to play, but I like how it sounds. So, but for me, bass lines, I've actually played in cover bands where I'm meeting people for the first time, saying, oh, hi, nice to meet you. And then we're playing like 15 minutes later. I cannot play Creep tonight. Not recording. I'm not doing any covers. Right now I'm writing and recording my own song. It will be the same that all this month. Writing and recording a song every night. So no covers because I'm creating my own thing. After January, maybe. Maybe. And it depends which Creep you're talking about, too. You're talking about Creep by Stone Temple Pilots? You're talking about Creep by Radiohead? You're talking about a third Creep that I'm not familiar with? Because I'd say Creep by Radiohead and Creep by Stone Temple Pilots. Normally, I could probably play either one of those. But tonight, no. I am writing and recording a song called Pocket Full of Bones. And I'm still not sure how that's going to work out for the lyrics yet. So we will see. We're going to export all of the files, though. That is the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take all of the things that I just recorded. We're going to go into the correct folder and say, hey, export those so I can... Yeah, see Radiohead. That makes sense. Creep by Stone Temple Pilots is a good one, too, but it doesn't get as much love. Yeah, well, hey, thanks so much. Appreciate that, Adam. Adam gave in. No, they're very nice of you to stop in and say so. Glad that you still get some enjoyment out of the Captain S soundtrack. That's fun. It's 20 years old at this point. Pretty crazy. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and pop this into Adobe Audition 3, which is ancient software by the modern standards, but it does the job. When I worked in radio, this is what we also used. And it did the job then, and so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's still, to me, the easiest software that I know how to use to do quick edits. It's really, really good for that. So I still use it. So we are going to go kick first. Oh, wow. That's not right. We're definitely going back into... Yeah, we're going back into the Ableton session because... that did not export properly. That's unfortunate. So that did not export properly. I got to go back into it. What I probably did is I selected a segment that I played, and as a result, it didn't do the whole song. And that's a problem because that's not what I want. That's not what we need to progress here. All right, there's that. Yep, I have one of the segments highlighted. That was the problem. So we are going to export the video, or yeah, it's not video, it's only audio here, but it says video and audio. We're going to, we're going to do this. Yes, we are absolutely going to replace it. Now that makes sense why it took no time for it to export. That's because I had chosen a small little section that I played on bass was highlighted, so it only exported that section of the song. And that explains why it was so quick. It's like, wow, that was quicker than I expected. I should have known better right in that moment. However, what I can do in the meantime, classic old pen and paper. One of the reasons I like doing this is you can see the mistakes that you made and changes that you made. Yet last night's song was Letter to My Teenage Self. And if you look, you'll be able to see some places where I crossed things out and made changes. I personally like that in a document where it actually shows you, like here, you can see what I had done and where I changed my mind. I think that's kind of cool. If you look at old rock and roll like notebooks and stuff, that where it has that same thing where you can see where they made changes. I think that's fun. You lose that if you type it all out. I've written songs where I've typed things out on there, but for Jamuary especially, I really like doing this, where I write it out old school style. Pocket full of bones. Now, of course, bones is also slang for dollars. I do the same for your lyrics. See, there you go. You got the right idea. So you do write, then. If you're writing lyrics, then there you go. I will say, let's see, I will say a couple of things here, but right now we're pulling up the template. Again, I was saying this earlier also, though, too, but like if there's anything that, to me, that's going to sink a song and I'm going to not like my song, it will be the lyrics. There are songs where I'm very, very happy with my lyrics. There are songs where the lyrics are by far easily the thing that drags the song down. It is too soon to tell which one of these that will be. but there's also nothing that says that this song, as it's completed, is how it has to stay. I can rework them, but I still do release them on Bandcamp in their form that we see happening tonight. Yeah, that's a trick. I know, right? For me, it's hard to match the syllables with the beat. It makes complete sense. I will say that the history and background that I have in hip-hop helps out a lot there. And some of the ones that I especially admire, like MF Doom, does crazy stuff with like one man's waist is another man's soap. Son's fan base, know the brother man's dope. He took like one man's waist is another man's soap. Son's fan base, know the brother man's dope. He's rhyming syllables there. It's a 9-syllable phrase, and if you line them all up, it's like every syllable matches. It's wild what that man could do. Rest in peace, Doom. But to me, that's part of the challenge, is like you find a melody that works and then you try to stick as close to that as you can. Yeah, gone too soon. See, there you go. You know. All right, so as has been the case with most of these, there's my intro. I'm going to put down little markers. This is the first verse, and it'll almost definitely be 4 lines. And the next one will be 4 lines. So that's a verse. Verse 2 starts here. And then pre-chorus. Probably don't need 4 lines there, but I left room for it. And then chorus. Scared to meet someone like me in real life just to talk to me. No, I get it, because I've been there. And now verse 2. Verse 3, technically. No, you're fully capable of asking questions and saying stuff here, and I'm happy to answer as I'm doing this, because not my first rodeo. By far. Pre-chorus. I'm going to make room for a break. Okay, I think one of the things that I'll end up doing here, and that's the ending. Yeah, that's nice. And that came out to about 3 minutes, so that's almost a tie for the longest. No, 251. 251. Longest song went just over 3 minutes this month. All right, so this is the pre-chorus. I think I need to knock out a good chorus here. am I going to do melody-wise and what am I going to do lyrical theme-wise? That's what's going through my head right now. I think that my last line is going to be with a pocket full of bones, because that's the name of the title. I don't have to throw it in there, but I think it makes sense to. So this is going to be over and over until I get it. Okay. So close. It's coming together. Okay, I think I got the second half of the chorus. What was the phrase I was saying to earlier about not giving yourself time to second guess yourself? Is I think the main one you were mentioning, don't get in your own way. Don't get in your own way, I think is probably the phrase that you're looking for there. You're welcome. In my experience of doing this again and 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 again, and that's really one of the reasons that I was able to win $10,000 from Cards Against Humanity, is I happened to see the prompt right when it went up. We had 3 hours to write a song and record it called Everybody Loves Chowder. And they even provided us with the entire lyrics for the chorus. The lyrics for the chorus they wrote. And then we had to include, it had to be at least 2 verses in a chorus, and it had to include the line, if Chowder were a city, I'd be the comptroller. That was the thing. But outside of that, it was all bets are off. You have 3 hours, go. I was already in the habit of making videos once a week, of covers mostly, but still. And then I've been writing and recording songs since age 12, but especially in 2003, I found songfight.org. And the whole point of Songfight was writing to a prompt, writing to a song title. And so there's the challenge of not having a lot of time. You have about a week to complete it. And so in that case, it's like, okay, I have a deadline. So what do I do with that? and I'm so practiced at doing songs on tight deadlines that I saw that. I'm like, feel like I at least got a crack at it. Let's jump in. And they happened to like my song the best, and I won $10,000 for that. So at least that one time in my life, it paid off. And it was because I was in the practice of being able to write and record songs quickly on a tight deadline. And the way that you mostly do that is not getting in your own way. Trust your instincts and just let the song happen. There you go. Woo-hoo. Yeah, if I become an artist, I don't want the same release schedule as Tool. Yes! There's a balance, though. There's the balance. One of the funniest things with that was Billy Joel and Elton John were talking, and Elton John was saying to Billy Joel, you should release more albums. Billy said, you should release less. With the idea that Billy Joel has not released an album since 1993's River of Dreams. There's something to be said for a balance there, where it's a balance of quality and quantity. But I'm one to talk. I released 8 albums in 2020. I didn't set out to release 8 albums in 2020, but it's how it came out. Obviously, we had shut down. Lockdown was happening in 2020, so that may have been a factor. But I was working side projects, too. Those were not all Glenn Case releases. And one of them was Jamuary, writing and recording 31 songs in January. Some of those songs ended up on albums as well. But by the end of 2020, I had released 8 albums in a single year, which was still just crazy. All right, got a chorus though. Aha, okay. Getting an idea here. Second half I've got. could see where I may end up going with the lyric on this. Yeah, there's ideas forming. So here's what I'm thinking, and I often will not actually disclose this because I'm afraid I don't want to get like ideas that are not mine that end up like influencing the song, but I'm just going to come right out and say it with this. Now, mind you that the song title once again came from using a random word generator and then taking that random word, going into the Songfight archives on songfight.org and finding a title that I've never written to. And so we got Pocket Full of Bones. And so, now that's okay. Like, if you mention something and it happens into there, like that's okay. But just know that if you make a suggestion, I may not take it just because I may purposely go against what you said just to, like, keep it fresh. Where I try to look at this as, like, you're a fly on the wall, I'm doing my thing, and I try not to take too much outside influence from the chats. That's really all it is. Nothing personal against anyone in that regard. But I'm going to let you in on this, especially since you're really one of the only people that's watching right now. I don't see anyone else in the chat, so it's kind of you. What do you do with a title like Pocket Full of Bones? Well, it occurs to me that bones, obviously like that which make up a skeleton, bones is also an old school term for money, right? My immediate thought is, wouldn't it be funny to have some misdirection where the first couple of verses make it sound like it's a pocket full of bones as in money, but it turns out no, it's actually it's bones, like skeleton bones. The twist comes at the break. No, it was never money. It was never money. It was bones. And if that can end up, yeah, it's potentially a little dark. It's potentially a little dark, but we'll see. Some of my favorite music is Steely Dan. Steely Dan uses a lot of minor sevenths. This has minor sevenths, and some of their lyrics are especially dark. It's songs that sound happy, and they're not. When you look at the actual, it's like, so, is this a serial killer? The other bones thing that came to mind is like skeletons in the closet, like you have things to hide. So I was also potentially thinking that the other thing is the bones would be like the escape. Seventh being the octave. Eighth is an octave. So, and I don't even know, as far as music theory portions are concerned here, what I can tell you is obviously you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the minor seventh is guitar strap's in the way. I know that if I place my fingers in that position when it's in standard tuning, that's a minor seventh. Steely Dan uses a lot of jazz chords in general, but the minor seventh is one of my favorites. That's mostly minor sevenths. It's their song Home at Last. A little bit of it. That's one I would play if I was playing covers. It's one of the only guitar solos I've ever learned note for note was Home at Last off their album Aja. But no, it's easy for me to play. That's part of the reason that I play it. I like how they sound, and it's a comfortable, easy position, so I kind of almost overuse them. For a while, I would overuse them. But you also discover that if you learn how to play a minor seventh, I can also change these and get a seventh and a major seventh without moving too many fingers. And they're all like in the same comfortable position. So like, but the minor seventh is by far like the easiest one. I can just pick it up and just boom without having to think about it. So yeah, part of it's laziness. I've heard that from some people like Andy Partridge is brilliant. Andy Partridge of XTC is brilliant. And he was saying a similar thing where it's like part of it is just laziness. Like he'll come up with these other chord shadings because he doesn't want to play the same ones. But part of it's laziness. They're easier to play. So let's get that chorus. I am currently an hour and 46 into it. It feels longer. Yeah, seventh is like the seventh note of a scale, so it would be 4 notes at the same. Yeah, yeah. So it's like a first, a third, a fifth, and then you throw the seventh in there. And where if it was a major scale, you take the seven and it's a minor seventh. So yeah. But then there's major sevenths and regular sevenths too. So consult your music history stuff on that, because I still couldn't really tell you for sure what the scale degrees are on that. I would have to consult them. I just know that I like how they sound, and I know where to place my fingers on the guitar neck to make the sound, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one I want. And it's just more internal. I've been told that I understand music theory internally, but when it comes to actually communicating, I would have to actually look it up myself. Like, which one is that? Ah, yeah, that's a sus. That's a sus 4. Not that I recommend being like me in that regard, because heaven knows it would be smart for me to learn it more. But I also don't play in bands much. I have done band stuff, but more often it's just me making this stuff on my own too. So I don't have to necessarily depend on someone else to be like. Sometimes my friend Mo, if it's like a lead guitar part that I can't play, I'll get in touch with my friend Mo and be, Mo, can you do a guitar solo over this? And he's awesome, and he does. It's not always what I think of, but what he thinks of, I tend to like more than what I would have done over time. Not necessarily at first. At first I'd be like, what the hell? What is this? I'm like, oh, it's better than what I would have done. One more line and I think I've got my chorus. Chorus. And there's 4 of them in total, so we're just gonna knock them all out at once. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? There we go. We're gonna do that 3 more times. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Let's do the same thing here. Okay, it's right here. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Feeling uninspired. No. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go high there, but then I kind of, yeah. I made the decision to do it. Didn't like it. Redoing it. I swear to God, it to me like 10 years to read and figure out the issue. It said albums. Oh yeah, see there you go. Yeah, it is bizarre. The Bizarre Albums podcast with Tony Thaxton is so fun. He ends up doing a podcast where he covers weird albums. Like, why does this album exist? The first episode was the wrestling album. It was like in the 1980s World Wrestling Federation with that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Ambulance, yeah, I know. It's albums. It's a good podcast. Tony Thaxton does a great job on that. He picks some fun topics and you learn some fun things about like really bizarre albums that like you would see at a thrift store and say, why does this exist? Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Okay, so there's that. And now I think I'm gonna do harmony vocals, but let's, let you hear how it sounds with music. So now we're going to harmonize. We're going to throw in a harmony vocal. And I'm going to do that 4 times here. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? That sounded pretty cool. Let's try that again. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? And 2 more. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? And I think I'm going to throw a 3rd harmony. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can hit full voice. I don't think I can hit full voice. I think I'm going to need to go falsetto on this. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Okay, I can do better than that. I definitely can't do that full voice. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Which sounds ridiculous by itself. Only less ridiculous with this. I think I can do better though. Woo-hoo. Let's do this. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. I think I want that. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. Where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? No, gotta do better yet. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. Where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Second part I'm not super sure about. Let's hear how it sounds a cappella. Without the music, y'all. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. No, I don't like that. I want to redo that part. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Yeah, that's good other than that. Second part's got to get redone. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. Maybe I should go out. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. I think that's better. Maybe let's hear how it sounds in context here. Lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. That's pretty good. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. Yeah, and then with the music, I think that'll be good. Maybe I should go out and take. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. Yep. Where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bar? Okay, one more time and then that's done. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Yeah, there's a win. So, yeah, I think that is set up enough where it can be used for the misdirection. I think the misdirection will work within the thing of that. How do I harmonize? Is it the same notes, different octave? It is not. It is 3 different notes. And that, if we talk about things that I feel like I have going for me, one of the things, I'm not a virtuoso on any instrument that I play, but I have a pretty damn good ear. And I would say that was partially just like playing like piano, not particularly well, but like na 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 and then just being able to hear that, and then like logically at this point it kind of locks into place for me, where it's like, okay, that chord's going on. If I hit that note, it's not going to sound good, but if I hit that note, it will. And so I have had people like that are musicians too. They're like, how on earth do you hear that? That I hear in my head. And it is just after years and years and years of practice. And like, so. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Do, 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 do. And then we throw the second harmony in there by itself here. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. And then the third one. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. That, yeah, and that's a weak vocal performance in comparison, but like falsetto is tougher for me as I've gotten older, especially. So what you have is 3 different notes, and it's making up a chord, and it's just following natural. So when we listen to them by themselves without the music, you get this. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? And it's listening to the music and like, what notes can I sing here that will sound good and that will fill it out? And ultimately, it's just years of practice. Years of practice. That's all that is. All right. So now I have to write 3 verses. 3 verses in a pre-chorus. And if I'm going to go with this misdirection route, then I need to make sure that I don't reveal my hand in the verses, and I'm probably going to reveal my hand in the break section as far as the narrative. Yeah, this is, yep. If we're going to end up using that misdirection again, especially, let's do the same thing again and again and again. Man, who can't relate to that? Like where days are blending into one another. So harmony could be defined as somewhat of, it is absolutely a chord. When you're doing harmonies, and of course, like if we're and again, my music theory is sketchy at best in some things, but I can tell you this much: I did take some courses on this. 2 notes is not enough to define a chord. You got to have the 3rd note in there. The whole point of power chords, when you're playing power chords on a guitar, is that you're playing the 1st, the 5th, and the octave. So it is unclear whether that is minor or major. It's ambiguous. It could be either one. It could be, or it could be either one. You don't know. And that's what kind of makes them really nice, because you can throw them in over majors, or that's where it's the bedrock of a lot of rock and roll, is because it's ambiguous. You cannot tell because you've not played a 3rd to determine whether or not, is that a minor chord? Is that a major chord? Don't know. It's the 1st and the 5th, and then the octave, which is just the same note. Because there's not a 3rd in there, could be either one. And that, it makes it versatile. It makes power chords super versatile because, yeah, you don't have to know. Yeah, it is like another language. Like, music theory is absolutely like another language. But, and that's what will happen, though, is even though you don't know, if you're just hitting power chords, you don't know if it's a major or a minor, the note that's being sung, or like an instrument that's coming in a lead, will kind of, by adding that piece of it in there, it will help to kind of define what the chord actually is. Like, oh, okay, if I'm going by the guitar itself, I can't tell, but because they're singing this note in there, then, like, if you broke it down, you'd be like, yeah, that one's a minor, that one's a major, that one's a minor. And it's just feel also. But yeah, no, music theory is absolutely like another language, which is why I'm not even well versed in it myself, despite having written hundreds, if not thousands, of songs myself. My guiding philosophy has always been just go with what sounds good to you. And at the very least, it won me $10,000 one time. you. Appreciate that very much. I don't care if I sound like Charles Bradley. That's the thing. Just do it because it feels right. Like, here's the other piece of it that should be daunting. Whether or not, like, I have fun in songwriting competitions and stuff, like with Song Fight. It's mostly just songwriting competitions amongst friends, though. There's no prize. It's just, yay, I won. This is a sobering thought. Like, I've joked for years now that the beauty right now is anyone can make an album. The downside is anyone can make an album. You are now competing against the history of recorded music, because it's right there at everyone's fingertips. Like, just for starters, people have a finite amount of time to consume entertainment. And so, some people might think, why bother? And I'm like, why not? It kind of goes the opposite way. Like, yeah, I'm competing with the history of recorded music. I'm not going to really do well in that regard, but maybe some people will like what they hear, and that's cool. So ultimately, it just feels cool, like creating something out of nothing. There's a whole, I've been seeing a quote from Prince, "Play Squidward Knows." Is that a song? I'm not playing any covers for what it's worth. I'm writing and recording a song. And that's what I'm doing every day this month. There's no covers. No covers happening this month. Just writing and recording a song every day. I'm currently 2 hours and 8 minutes into it, and the song's almost done. Music's all recorded. I have that thus far for lyrics. I need to still write one more line for verse 1. I need a whole second verse. I need a whole third verse. I need 2 pre-choruses and a break section. Yep, that's good to know it's a song. I'll bear that in mind if and when I'm playing covers next month. But this month, not playing covers. I'm writing and recording a song every night. And normally it takes between 2 and 3 hours. We are at 2 hours, 8 minutes in. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. All right. All right. There we go. That's the line I needed. Sing the first verse just so I don't lose it. I don't think I will, but on the same notion, just to be sure, why not? We're gonna knock it out. I've been sensing a trend. I don't know how long it has been. There's no beginning and there is no end. Do the same thing again and again. I'm gonna do that better. Not that time. I've been sensing a trend. I don't know how long it has been. There's no beginning and there is no end. Do the same thing again and again. All right, here we go. Definitely ties into that narrative. It ties into that narrative very well, I think. It's sensing like it's repetitious, so boring. I gotta get out. What have you been doing? That's what we're here to answer. It's gonna be a dark one. I don't know if I'm even actually like I've been sensing a trend. So that's 6 syllables. I don't know how long it has been. 8. There's no beginning and there is no end. That time it's 10. Do the same thing again and again. So that's 9. It's not necessarily matching exact, but it's in that range. I've been sensing a trend. So it's anywhere between 6 and 10 syllables per line. But it'd be fun if I could keep that same pattern for the other verses. I've been sensing a trend is 6. I don't know how long it has been is 8. And then I think it's 10 and then 9. So 6, 8, 10, 9. If I could keep that same syllable count for the lines, that would be a plus. So I need to write 2 more verses. I've got half of the second verse written now, and we're just gonna follow where that goes. There's no beginning and there is no end. Do the same thing again and again. Maybe I am needing a rest. When one day is the same as the next. When I am needing a rest. Okay, I didn't keep it. Maybe I am needing a rest. Okay, so I'm already not matching like the exact. It'll just be in that 6 to 10 range, and I think that'll be fine. When one day is the same as the next, it's right there. Know how long it is, man. Yeah, it's not exact. There's some of them where it makes sense. Thank you. Oh, you heard the harmonizing right there, huh? Yeah. That's what I would do. Like there's not going to be a harmony on the first verse. I'll say another trick of harmony that is nice. It's like other things is you introduce it as the song goes along. I once covered 24 Jerry Rafferty songs in how many days did I have? It was like 12 days. It was like 2 songs a day. It was something like that. I was racing against the clock to get out a album of Jerry Rafferty covers before what would have been a 71st birthday. And listening back on his songs as I was recording covers of it, I realized one of his secret weapons, oh, he will have these lush harmonies by the time you get to the end of the song, but he builds up to that. Early on, no harmony or one harmony. And then the harmonies build up. It gives your ears something new to listen to as the song continues on. And that's a trick that, like, I think I've done it before, but I've done it much more intentionally since doing those Jerry Rafferty covers. I was like, okay, yeah, that's a really neat trick, is to build up to it to where we by the time we get to the end, we've built up to something, but it stacks up over time and keeps giving you something new. So, yeah. It applies here, I think. But if I were to harmonize with this, it'd be been sensing a trend. I don't know how long it has been. There's no beginning and there is no end. Do the same thing again and again. I am needing a rest. When one day is the same as the next. go. Woo-hoo. Yeah, I could like add to the resolution or falling action of the song. Absolutely. It's one of my favorite things to do. I don't always do it, but an example, in 2014, I released an album called Lies on April 1st, and there's a song titled Over the Ocean. And so when I sang the lyric Over the Oceans, over the ocean, I held it for a lot longer than I normally would. And it was the thought of the word ocean. When you think of an ocean, what is it? It's endless. And so it's literally with the word and with the note, it's there for people to pick up if they pick up on it. But it's why I chose to hold the note as long as I did, is because the word was ocean. And so, like, I think they call that word painting in a song, where you're actually, like, the definition of the word is why you're doing what you're doing with it. In this case, it's holding it long. Like, if you're looking at it in an ocean, it seems like it goes on forever. So I made the note kind of go on like it was going on for a long time. So, yeah. That's a sort of fun thing you can do. Certainly not obligated to, though. All right, here we go. Verse 2. Maybe I am needing a rest when one day is the same as the next. I suppose I'll take a break, I guess. Okay, let's do better. Maybe I am needing a rest when one day is the same as the next. I suppose I'll take a break, I guess. And then maybe I'll... Okay, yeah, I like how that sounded up to that point. Needing a rest. I'm going to do that. And maybe then I'll be feeling refreshed. Okay, we're going to do that. And then maybe I'll be feeling refreshed. Okay. The question is, what have I been doing where one day just bleeds into the next and there's no... What has my character been doing where everything is just boring day job? Maybe it has to do with a pocket full of bones. Exactly right. They would probably register the word painting as an emotion or feeling, if not a conscious realization. That's exactly. I love throwing stuff like that in there. I don't always. Yeah, that's probably happened to me. Like, yeah, it would be one of those things where it ties into the narrative. I'd leave it there as a little Easter egg if a person picks up on it. But it's okay if they don't pick up on it, too. At this point, it's if they even listen to the song, because, again, we're competing against the history of recorded music now. For starters, the history of music, and the history of video games, and the history of music and movies, and podcasts, and video games. A sane person says, why bother? And I say, why not? At this point, we're also competing against AI slop. But I would say that that's, in some ways, there's even more reason to actually do that, because at least what you'll be doing is some sort of a human form of expression. And I think that there will always be an audience for that, even if it's a small audience. That okay, so I need a pre-chorus that's going to be good here. I got to find a nice balance of not giving the listener too much, but not giving them too little. I am needing a rest. We're going to do a harmony vocal here. That's where the first harmony vocal will kick in. Maybe I am needing a rest. What? That sounded decent. I just got to come in at the right spot there. Maybe I am needing a rest when one day is the same as the next. I suppose I'll take a break, I guess, and then maybe I'll be feeling refreshed. There we go. I like how this is going. There it is. I think that this is coming together pretty damn well. And over time I have learned. And over time I have. And over time I have learned the work will be there when I return. And let's do a harmony vocal on that too, because we can. And over time I have learned the work will be there when I return. And over time I have learned the work will be there when I return. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Oh yeah, okay. So you know where I'm going with the narrative right there. And my thought is, where does the narrative go from there? Because we're definitely still working into the potentially dark meaning of what this character's work is, that will still be there when they return. And a pocket full of bones, which is supposed to sound like what? Pocket full of bones. But here's where we can allude to the fact that bones also means money. But then pull that rug, because it ain't money. That gets exposed in the break after chorus too. I feel like that's where we're going with this, because we've got a runway here. So into verse 3, where does the story go within that? It's like, I feel like I should change my clothes first. Yeah. I feel like that is where this one goes, I think. So let's see what I did for the melody on the first verse. That's the beauty of throwing this together in pieces too, is it'd be very easy to forget, what melody did I do? Well, let's find out. reminds me of a mortician and like it wasn't his preferred job or something. Yeah. Yeah. It could be tame in that regard. Like it's a pocket full of bones and it's not a serial killer. It's just a mortician or something. That could also be the way that this goes. I'm thinking I'm going more Steely Dan, and maybe it's not quite that innocent though. It's this song that sounds pretty happy-go-lucky, and it's really not. Although the most demented song that I've ever come up with came from two innocent suggestions, and it was a similar thing to this. It was a thing I was doing called Marathon Songs. And with Marathon Songs, it was writing and recording a song for 16 days straight, which at that time, yeah, it was 30, 40, 50, 16 days straight. And that was a big time rally for me at that point to try to sit there and do that many songs in that many days in a row. And I got to day 16 and I was delirious. I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I was borrowing song titles from my friend Blue Lang. Rest in peace, Blue. He's no longer with us. But one of his song titles was OMG WTF BBQ. And I had decided I'm definitely writing a song called OMG WTF BBQ. But this is my 16th day in a row, and I am feeling completely just frazzled. It's probably circa 2004. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And I took suggestions from my friend Ken and my friend Blue. And I want to say it was Ken that said, write it about not being invited to a barbecue. And Blue said, write it about a cannibal barbecue. And I combined the ideas. Which, you would think, oh, you weren't invited to a cannibal barbecue? And it's like, no, I wasn't invited to a barbecue, and so I ate my friends. But that's also about as twisted as I've ever gotten. And it's funny because it is in this happy-go-lucky, upbeat, poppy song that I figured was a total throwaway. It's dark, but it's fun. It's like upbeat and danceable and twisted. One of the more twisted songs I've ever written in that regard. But it was from just like taking suggestions from two friends and combining them. But I had one person who was like, oh my God, do you still have OMG WTF BBQ anywhere? And I didn't at the time. Yeah, like the one song from Outkast. See, there you go, right? But yeah, as a result, there was someone who years later requested, like, can I please listen to that again? Yeah. R.I.P.? No, you're not saying someone from Outkast died, are you? Because that's going to be severely sad if so. Oh, my friend. Got it. Okay. No. Blue Lang. Yeah. Blue Lang, when we talk about Song Fight, Blue Lang was the Simon Cowell of Song Fight. There are people who wrote songs about how much they hated him because he was so honest to a fault. He would tell you exactly what he thought, and especially like if it wasn't nice. Like he was definitely that dude. Like Blue Lang was not going to pull any punches. But he also would be your biggest supporter if he thought you were actually given an attempt and doing what you could. Like during my very first Jamuary in 2019, he asks me for my address, and I send it, and I give him the address, and he ends up, I didn't ask for it, but he mailed me a pedal for my bass called the Bassballs, and it was a sound that he had used in his band Son of Supercar. And I loved Son of Supercar so much. So he addressed it to Son of Supercar from Blue. And he was that guy. He'd sit there and give you the shirt off of his back. Like he would, super nice, but a total asshole too. One of his own lyrics in one of his songs was, the fact that I'm an asshole won't make your song stop sucking. Like pulled no punches. Definitely kind of a love him or hate him guy, but I loved him. But I was also on his good side, too. He was wonderful. He was wonderful. The Simon Cowell of Song Fight. And that was the beauty, is like you knew, like, and one of the songs that I wrote for the Song Fight audience is called Need Stilts. And there are several people who love that song. Blue was not one of them. It just wasn't his cup of tea. He's like, yeah, no, I don't really care for that one. But he wasn't a dick about it or anything, but it wasn't one of his favorites. One of them I wrote called A Week Without Ears. That was Blue's favorite that I had done. But yeah, you just as much. Like if he loved something, you'd be the first to know. But I loved his honesty in that regard, like where it wasn't just being a dick for the sake of being a dick when he was doing that. So yeah, he was a good dude. He was a good dude, and I do miss him. All right. Let's see what we got here. We're going to write one more verse. Where are we at time-wise? 2 hours 34. That's not bad. That's not bad. This is coming together. I got one more verse, a pre-chorus, and a break. And I'll tell you, the pre-chorus is not many words. So I think we're really close to the finish line on this. Can I sing what I have so far? Yeah. You know what? I can do better than that. I'll play back what I got. Because what I've got, I only need one more line for verse 3. But you know what? I will play this so you can get an idea since you're just joining in here. This is what I got thus far. I'm going to be filling in the third verse, the pre-chorus, and a break section. So this is what we got. From the start, 3-minute song. chorus.
And over time I have learned the work will be there when I return. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? So at least I should change my clothes. Other than that, I should be good to go. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out.
I'll turn him up in the mix because I also don't want to wear my voice out. That's the other piece of this because I feel like my voice is starting to. Like this is day 12 of writing and recording a song every day, so that's part of it.
Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones?
Here's the break section.
Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones? Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bones?
Still don't know how you did the drums so fast. Yeah, not even. Well, drums are my worst instrument too. So, you know, but part of it is you keep the drums simple enough. Then, yeah, is what it is. Okay, I need one more line. Yeah, feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk, but where are you going to go with a pocket full of bones? That's my chorus. This is a verse that we're doing. my line. All right. Unrelated, what do I feel about crooner music? And I will say this very much. Also, do you think a bass type voice is required for it? Required is a tough word. Required is a tough word. Historically, you think of Sinatra and everything, and you know, that, you know, fly me to the moon. It's like it more often is in that baritone. Not super low, but like I think that it, like if we're thinking of like a big band style thing, and I like that style of stuff too. My listening preferences started with 1980s pop music, went from that to what we now call the golden era of hip hop, 87 to 92. I appreciate the suggestions, but I'm not going to take lyric suggestions because that's one of the things that I try to make this is like a fly on the wall. You're witnessing what I do, but I try not to take too much in as far as that. If people make suggestions, I'll normally try to go the opposite route with it, just for that reason. I don't want to, you know, with apologies. Nothing personal. It might be a good lyric, but I won't end up using it just for that reason, because this is meant to be more of like where I'm not getting help, if that makes sense. It's a test to myself, but live streaming is more to keep myself honest. And if I'm taking too many suggestions in, I feel like I'm not necessarily being honest to that. Yeah. Appreciate that. I appreciate the being musical part. All right, but I've got my third verse. Got my third verse. Here we go. Check myself with the sniff of the nose. It's not great, but mostly under control. We're going to do better. Check myself with the sniff of the nose. It's not great, but mostly under control. So at least I should change my... Check myself with the sniff of the nose. It's not great, but mostly under control. So at least I should change my clothes. Other than that, I should be good to go. And there's that. And we're going to harmonize with that. Check myself with a sniff check. It's my first note. Check myself with a sniff of the nose. It's not great, but mostly under control. So at least I should change my clothes. Other than that, I should be good to go. Check myself with a sniff of the nose. It's not great, but mostly under control. So at least I should change my clothes. Other than that, I should be good to go. Pre-chorus. And I won't need a lot of lyrics for the pre-chorus. The same thing with the last one. And over time I have learned the work will be there when I return. Okay, I'm going to keep that the same. And over time I have learned. I think I'm going to keep that exactly the same for the second pre-chorus. I'm not going to write a different thing. Sometimes it's nice to switch it up a bit. I think I'm going to keep that the same. All right. Maybe I will switch it up a little bit, actually. Aha! It does expand the narrative, so I am changing it up a bit. you think music genres are mortal? I mean, I know they have an age, but okay. I think I need you to. I just play almost every instrument and write, but I don't know how to. I need you. I play almost every instrument and write, but I don't know how. Okay, I can see where you're coming from on that, but yeah, no. And I've taken songwriting courses. One of the greatest songwriting courses that I took was from the late great Jill Sobiel. I loved her so much. She was so incredibly wonderful. Just a light. Like she lit up the room wherever she was. And yeah, she died in a house fire last year. Very unexpected. Don't know if you've heard of her, but she was beyond incredible. What's the lyric line I'm working on? I just finished it. Let me sing it. I haven't sang it yet, but I'll sing it. I only have to write a break. The song's done, with the exception of like a 4-line break that I still got to write, and it's where the twist is going to come in the narrative. So now I just need to write this particular line. Anyway, Jill Sobiel was incredible. Taking her songwriting courses was really fantastic. She was wonderful, and she was a phenomenal songwriter. But what I ultimately took away is it's not unlike what I've been doing for Jamuary. It's really just set aside time to write a song, and then write a song. Use a prompt and write the song one step at a time. That's with something like Jamuary, the beauty is you don't have time to second guess yourself. Get out of your own way and just do it. Yeah, you haven't heard of her, but she's been singing and playing since I was 5. I'll look into her, though. She did a song called I Kissed a Girl that was years before Katy Perry did her song called I Kissed a Girl. She had a song from the movie Clueless called Supermodel. But there are plenty of other really fantastic songs that you can end up checking into, where just great lyricist, fantastic melody writer. She did online courses when COVID hit, when she couldn't do other courses, and she could not have been any nicer. Just a ball of energy in the best way. And I am still incredibly sad about the fact that she's gone. I didn't feel like doing much writing for a while after she passed. I knew I'd probably still do Jamuary. But yeah, she was something else. And over time, let's sing the right lyric here. It's not just the lyric, but what's my melody? I got to go back and hear my melody. Yeah, and over time I have seen. Okay, that's the. And over time, my notice and over time I have seen I fall right back into the routine. All right, we're going to do a harmony vocal. And over time I have seen I fall right back into the routine. And over time I have seen I fall right back into the routine. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of roses? This is where the twist comes in for sure. You're almost there. Hopefully you will not have to wait long. I'm one line away from completing this song. And the beauty is when it comes to mastering it, I use Lursen Mastering Console. It is literally a one button set it and forget it. So it's currently I'm 2 hours 57 minutes into this. It's on the long side for this month, but I'm maybe 5-10 minutes away max, probably more like 5 minutes. So close. No, that's all right. Like, I don't mind. This is the sort of distraction I don't mind because I'm really happy to give input. And if there's even a possibility that it's actually going to help you to write stuff and everything, then that's awesome. Like that alone, I'm glad that I decided to stick with continuing to do TikTok because I seriously have gotten to the point where I'm like, I wasn't sure that I was going to keep even bothering with TikTok because the overwhelming majority of comments that I've been getting is requests for covers, mentions of Jack Black, mentions of Neil Young, and not a whole lot else. So the fact that I've even got one viewer that's actually interested in the process, dude, worth it. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm like 2 words away, by the way. I think we got it. I think we got it right here. Here's the twist. What a twist. Don't have much money on me. Don't have much money on me. Got some ones in my pocket, not a lot. Okay, let's. Don't have much money. Don't have. Let's do like. Let's go high there. Don't have much money on me. Got some ones in my pocket, not a lot. And some bones from an arm I sawed off. There's the line. Don't have much money on me. Got some ones in my pocket, not a lot. And some bones from an arm I sawed off. I gotta do better with that. Don't have much. Let's do don't have much. Don't have much money on me. Got some ones in my pocket, not a lot. And some bones from an arm I sawed off. Don't have much money on me. Got some ones in my pocket. Not better. I'm gonna do better. Don't have much money on me. Got some ones in my pocket, not a lot. And some bones from an arm I sawed off. There it is. And there's the twist. Because the previous line, oh, bones. Whew, he's talking about $1 bills. Oh. No, he's not. All right. All right, fine. Don't have much money on me. Okay, let's do the harmony vocal here. Don't have much money on me. Got some ones in my pocket, not a lot. And some bones from an arm I sawed off. And some bones from an arm I sawed off. And some bones from an arm I sawed off. Let's do that about. And some bones from an arm. And some bones from an arm. And some bones from an arm I sawed off. There it is. This will be as twisted as I get this month, probably. Probably. The month is young. All right. All right. Oh, no. Don't want to delete that. I think that's it, though. Oh, no. Let's throw in a high harmony on some of the words. On me. On me. Not a lot. On me. Not a lot. Sawed off. Much money on me. Got some ones in my pocket, not a lot. And some bones from an arm I sawed off. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. I think that's it. So I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to mix this down. We're going to master it. Oh, no, we don't need to do this on one called Template 2026, though. Come on now. Come on, we got to actually save the session as what the actual name of the song is. That was an oversight. Pocket full of bones. See no evil. All right, mix down. Boom. Little slight reference to the second Crow movie, The City of Angels, where Iggy Pop is a villain in it. Boom. All right. Boom. All right. So mix down basically just means taking all of the instruments that I just recorded and putting them at reasonable levels. Like, is the bass too loud? Are the drums too loud? Or is the guitar too loud? Like, mixing it together to where they're not clashing too much. But the beauty of what I've been doing is I use a template. And so I've already dialed in approximate spots of where the bass is going to be, where the guitar is going to be. And so I don't have to do much of that, and it actually saves me time on this. Where if I really want to mix this down and master it and make it a completed song on like a proper album, I can go back and tweak all of this later. But like, well, think of it as an equalizer, but it is multiple equalizers because it's an equalizer and volume settings and panning for every instrument. Where's the bass going to be in the mix? Where's the guitar going to be in the mix? Is it going to be left channel, right channel? I have one guitar mostly in the left channel. I have one guitar mostly in the right channel. The bass is in the center, but like frequencies to where you don't have too many frequencies like fighting for the same space. So like the kick drum and the bass are normally in the lower end and they will fight one another. So it normally, if you're raising one of them, you're going to want to cut the other. And so like you find what works for you. And in my case, I blast and boost a lot of it, but then I take the overall master volume down a bit, and then I throw it into mastering software that'll make it sound punchy. So that's ultimately where we're at with that. So, pocket full of bones. I know just enough on all of these things to get by. Like, I'm not an expert on any single one of them, but I know enough to get me by. And if I had interest, I could easily take what I've done on these and get them to a proper engineer who would make them sound pristine and crystal clear and beautiful. So what we're going to do now is open the Larson Mastering Console, which is set up for pop rock music, and I'm probably not going to change a damn thing on the settings. We're just going to pull up the song that I just recorded, throw it through the mastering process, and upload it to Bandcamp right away. Because that's what we do on these. We let them become what they are in the moment. Pocket full of bones. Here it comes. This is the final mix.
I've been sensing a trend. I don't know how long it has been. There's no beginning and there is no end. Do the same thing again and again. Maybe I am needing a rest when one Don't have much money on me. Got some ones in my pocket, not a lot, and some bolts from an arm I sawed off. Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bolts? Feeling uninspired, I lost my spark. Maybe I should go out and take a walk. But where are you gonna go with a pocket full of bolts?
I think that TikTok actually blocks the URL when I post it, but it is glenncase.bandcamp.com. Just GLENNCASE .bandcamp.com. It's not letting me. I'm attempting to copy paste like the exact link to it, and it's not going. So it says some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience, and that's probably what that is. But regardless, the fact is that it is up. I don't know. Looking at that, like I'm posting it over there, and I'm logged in with the same user, and it's not. Yeah, no. If you want to hear what it sounds like, because what you're hearing it through is my phone microphone. My microphone on my phone. It's not going to sound nearly as cool as it does in headphones, like on the proper thing. What you were looking for is a. Well, I can't even show you that at the moment. I guess I could. I could pull it up over here for those who are on the other stream too. They'll see it, but it should look a little bit like this. Yeah. We're gonna flip this the other way somehow. I know that there's a way to do that, but I'm not sure offhand because there we go. Flip camera. Looks a bit like that. That's the album cover. Pocket Full of Bones, January 2026. Glenn Case. That's what we're looking for. And it is complete. It is day 12 is in the books. That means I still have another, 19 more of these to write. It's normally around this time every evening. So I'm going to call it. But I'm going to get some sleep. That's what I'm going to do. And so thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Especially, yeah, again, I don't mind getting delayed in finishing a song when I'm answering good questions. So that's good with me. Thanks for hanging in there. Have a good one.